Hello everybody, my name is Doug Gould. I'm a professor and chair of the Department of Foundational Medical Studies at Oakland University Beaumont School of Medicine outside of Detroit, Michigan. We've all been going through quite a time here with COVID, and if you were like me, you had about 10 days to convert everything you do to a virtual world, including remote delivery of classes. For me and my unit, we adapted quite quickly using a couple of technologies that were accepted by our school, namely WebEx. Some people are still using Zoom. We rely heavily on our learning management system in order to keep students engaged. One of the things we really were sensitive to, or are sensitive to, I should say, is that the students have a consistent experience from course to course and from instructor to instructor, meaning we don't want some students to have access to a lesson and then others not to be able to access the same lesson. One way that we got around that, or one way to address that, I should say, is by using and relying on our learning management system, Moodle. So everything we do must be able to run through Moodle, including lesson delivery, lectures, chat, online forums, etc. We record our lectures at OUWB, and so one of the first things we did when we suspected we might have to go to a work from home model was we pulled all of our recorded lectures off of the web or out of the cloud. And all of our lectures are recorded via Panopto. Many people were already doing things other than traditional lectures, for example, flipped classrooms with narrated PowerPoints or Camtasia videos. All of those things were pulled down into a central place, and then we distribute them through Moodle. So we're still relying heavily on our traditional learning management system. As far as interactive sessions, our university supports WebEx. We've had some issues with WebEx, but we're getting better. If you're like we are, we still have to tell everybody you need to mute unless you're going to speak and things of this nature, but we're all getting quite used to it now, including the students. We've also used Google Hangouts a little bit, but the university supports WebEx, and we can run WebEx through Moodle. So for things like team-based learning exercises, office hours, Q&A sessions that we want to be synchronous, we use Moodle. We use WebEx embedded in Moodle. And if we want asynchronous communication, we use the chat forum on Moodle. For now. Labs, in particular anatomy labs, have been rather challenging. So what we've done is we have gathered together all of the images we've taken over the years, and what that means is when we give a lab exam, a practical lab exam, we always have a photograph of each question. And so we've put all those together and we put orientation on them, so you can see this part of the image is towards the head, that part of the image is towards the foot, this is the left side, right side. Things that if you're zoomed in too far would be very difficult for a student to note. We've also relied, again, on products that we already have and supported by the university, like the Oakland video series, and we have Anatomy Revealed. And those images have been outstanding, and we've been using those as well for lessons and for to deliver laboratory content, and we're getting ready to assess our students using the same. As far as our assessments go, we use ExamSoft, and that is still functioning well. And so for the courses that have exams coming up, we're going to deliver them remotely via ExamSoft. We delayed them for right now because they're much easier to do in person, obviously. But for now, we've delayed them, and we're preparing to deliver them through ExamSoft. I think one of the biggest challenges we have faced is communication amongst ourselves, and not just with the students, but amongst ourselves as well. For both, we've tried to use WebEx, like I said, but it just hasn't been that great. Communication, the maintenance of communication has been the key. So one of the things we did in my department is we started to use Slack. And for those of you that are familiar with Slack, or not familiar with Slack, I guess I should say, it's kind of halfway between an email and text-based chat. And it allows you to form little work groups, very quick, easy little work groups. So we have faculty that would be meeting face-to-face to collaborate on various projects, or more importantly, for the immediate needs for our students, to collaborate on courses. So course directors can form a channel and have all their faculty participate in question item review or learning strategies, delivery methods, so that the students again get a consistent experience and they feel in touch with the faculty. One of the other things we've been able to successfully use Slack for is communication, from the course directors and their faculty, and from the chairs, myself and my vice chair included, with all of the faculty, and we can even add administrators to the Slack as well. Communication is the key. You have to stay in touch with people, or things can be quite dark, especially if they're isolated, if they're living alone, and everybody's scared. Everybody has concerns. We just need to keep talking. It's just going to look a little different. Our communities look a little different these days. They may go back to normal. They may not. Who's to say? But let's just keep talking. Let's keep communicating. And good luck.